Today's video is for anybody looking to upgrade the work light. Perhaps you have an old corded work light and sometimes you get frustrated with having to haul a long extension cord. You have to look for an outlet, then you have to hold the extension cord to wherever you need the light, and sometimes that gets frustrating, and sometimes you just wish you could just take the work light anywhere you want freely, and that's where this thing comes in. This is a cordless rechargeable work light from Lonely You. Thanks to Lonely You for sending this to me for review. And this one uses rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. You could take it anywhere and not have to worry about cords. But you're not just limited to battery power. You could also plug it into a wall and still use the work light corded. This thing comes with a 4400 milliamp hour lithium-ion batteries. And according to the manual, that should be good enough to, well, there's a bit of a discrepancy. The manual says 1.5 hours work time on high power or high mode, but the website says 2.5 hours of work time. I guess I will have to test it out to see exactly what the true runtime is on this work light. And so the body on this, as you can see, it sort of looks like a DeWalt power tool thanks to its yellow body design. So the yellow part is all plastic, ABS plastic, and the tripod is aluminum, and the stand, the extension stand, that's all aluminum, and the heads are the same plastic material. So this is capable of 8,000 lumens of illumination, which is extremely bright. The thing that concerns me about that is that since this is made of plastic, will the 8,000 lumens generate enough heat to sufficiently heat up the heads, or are these internally heat sinked? So I guess we'll find out once I test it out. So the stand extends to about 5 feet tall. So you just undo the two latches here, and then you can extend the pole and lock it back in to secure it. So that's roughly 5 feet. I'm 5 feet 7 inches tall, so I would say that's about 5 feet. So and you can rotate the heads in any direction. So I like that a lot. So you could point the heads independently to any direction that you need. Very nice. And then it collapses just as easily. And you undo the latch on the side, right there. And then you fold the legs in. And then lock it. I really like this handle, makes it easy to carry around, and then off to work you go. Very nice. So this is roughly, I would say 5 pounds. So it's very light, easy to carry around. So it is ratcheted, that's what the sound that you hear. Then lock it in again to secure it. Swing the legs. There we go. Just straighten that. There we go, back in business. So to turn it on, the power button is down here. You press it once and it shows the battery charge. So it came fully charged from the factory. You can see it's 4 bars. And then press it again. Turns it on to high mode, which is 8,000 lumens, which is very bright. And from the looks of it, that's a bright white light, around 6,000 Kelvin. That's a color temperature. Then press it. Okay, turn it on, press it again. Goes to low mode, which is, I'm guessing that's half of high mode. So after a few seconds without touching the power buttons, if you press it again, it just turns off instead of switching modes. Turns off. So press it. That's high mode, low mode, and awful strobe mode. I hate the blinking mode. I never liked the blinking mode in my flashlight, so I don't know why anybody would need blinking mode on a work light. I don't know why they keep adding these blinking or the strobe mode in these LED flashlights or LED lights. That's awful. I could do without that. So yeah, that's 8,000 lumens. If that's a true 8,000 lumens, that's very bright. How do I look? Do I look well illuminated? Yeah. Nice, I like it. So I guess the benefit of having these lower than my eyes is that it's not pointing directly at my eyes when I have these pointed down. But sometimes you need that extra height for situations like maybe you need to point something up high, you need that extra reach. But this will be all right. You charge the work light using a USB-C charger, or you could use the power bank feature and charge your devices using these two USB-A output. You could also extend the runtime on the work light if you charge it using a power bank. Connect the output from the power bank to the USB-C input on the work light. They even provide a nice cradle for your power bank or your smartphone. Very nice. Charge time takes about 6 hours from a fully depleted battery. All right, so we're gonna be doing some outdoor digging. I'm digging some holes for my new tree. So the sunset is about 7:30. So we got 30 minutes to work before sun goes down, and we'll be able to test the work light. Sunset is about in 10 minutes. So, and we'll be able to test this work light, how well it works at night. But first I gotta dig. It's just a dirt pile. Let me turn on the light. Yeah, that looks good. Nice. So I will have about 3 hours 42 minutes of runtime on this light. So I usually do a lot of work at night because it's summer now, so and it's 100 degrees during the day, and it's kind of hard working under the sun when it's so hot. So I prefer to start working when the sun is about to go down at night. I usually wear a headlight, but for tonight I'm just gonna test this work light and see how well it works. And it looks like it looks pretty good. Very bright, definitely brighter than my headlight. that I usually wear. I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but I think the light is automatically dimming after a few seconds or a few minutes. I think it looks slightly dimmer than it was a few minutes ago. I wonder if I turn it off and turn it back on, whether it will reset the brightness. Let me check out the exposure. How does it look on camera right now? That still looks good on camera. So I'm gonna turn it off and then turn it back on to see if the brightness resets to the max, because it seems to be dimming. Yeah, that's definitely brighter than it was before. So yeah, I think it does reset once you turn off and then turn it back on. Yeah, that's definitely brighter. So I guess, I don't know if it's thermally regulating itself, or it's a counter or a timer based where it just starts dimming the light, either to protect itself from overheating. Yeah. Because I don't think the light is that hot. Yeah, the heads aren't even that hot. It's barely just registering warmth. That's not hot at all. So, and the battery compartment, yeah, I don't feel any kind of warmth in there. So I don't think it's thermally regulating itself. I think it's just timer based. So the driver on this work light is assuming that after a few seconds has elapsed, it will reach a certain temperature. So it's sort of like a dumb driver. It's just assuming that it's getting hot after a few seconds or a few minutes of runtime, but it's barely registering any warmth on the head or the body. And as promised, I did several runtime tests and brightness tests using my homemade light integration apparatus, which is basically just a light diffuser, and using my smartphone as a light gathering device, and using an app, a lux meter app, to measure the light output from the work light. I am not able to measure the true lumens output of this work light since I don't have that equipment, but what I can measure is the relative output of the work light from start to finish. Here's a chart from my test showing the relative output of the work light over time, and as we can see, in the first 10 minutes of work time, the light output dropped from 100% down to 20%, which is quite a bit, and it showed during my field test as well. I knew I wasn't just seeing things, so it does drop by 80% of light output in the first 10 minutes. So after the first 10 minutes of runtime, the relative output remained flat pretty much until the very end. And I've also marked the battery charge level each time it would lose a bar. I marked it with the green dot on the chart, and you can see that the first drop bar occurred after 1 hour and 20 minutes of runtime, and thereafter it lost a bar every 50 minutes or so. So that was a good indicator for me to know how much time I have And we can see that the total runtime is roughly 3 hours and 42 minutes, which again was quite surprising. I only did the runtime test for high mode, since low mode probably would have taken over 6 hours. So here's my final thoughts on this work light. I really like this work light. It's been a surprise actually. I didn't think it would be as good as it did. A few things I like about it: it's rechargeable. I can take it anywhere without the hassle of having to plug in an extension cord. The brightness is decent. I wish it could last or maintain that high lumens for a longer period of time instead of just a few minutes. But surprisingly, it ran for 3 hours and 42 minutes according to my testing. So that's more than what the specs stated. So that was a big surprise. And when I work outside at night, around 3 hours, 4 hours is pretty much my limit. So this work light lasted, I've been testing it for the last 2 weeks, working outside in the garden, and it's lasted pretty much the entire 3 hours, 4 hours. I never depleted the battery that it shut down completely. I always quit when the charge light meter was down to 1 bar. And the construction appears to be well made. All the plastic parts are nicely molded, very solid. It doesn't feel like cheap plastic. And the tripod, all the mechanism feels very solid. I don't see those breaking anytime soon. They are well assembled. They have nice big heavy bolts that connect the legs to the main stand. Very solid. I don't feel that it's flimsy or will break if you knock it down. Very nice. And if you are interested in getting one of these work light, please do check out my affiliate link down below. I earn a little bit of commission when you buy through my link. Thank you very much in advance. And until next time, I will see ya. Stay safe and stay tuned for the next episode, hopefully soon. And that's a cut.